Okay, Naisha, this is your second video.
Hi.
My next question is, when did you realize that something wasn't right in your household?
Something wasn't right. I guess I noticed something wasn't right. As I mentioned before, I did notice the eviction notice because that came like out of left field. I was totally not aware that we were having any type of monetary problem at all. But I guess the things that I start to notice first, now that I look back, is probably this, what's that word I'm looking for? The secrecy of the whole drug addiction. Parents locked us out of the room a lot more because I mentioned before that we were allowed to come in just about any time we wanted for any reason, concern. Daddy and mommy could have been in the bed, they could have been watching news, but for any reason we were allowed to come in the room. But I noticed I started to feel estranged from them when I noticed the doors were locked. We would try to go in mommy's room and the door was actually shut and locked. And then knowing that me and my brother were the only other people in the house, we knew it instantly that they were trying to lock us out of the room. And I know that's like normal. I guess parents want their privacy too, but for a family like us, that was definitely out of the ordinary. Even now, when I go to my parents' house to visit, I jump in the bed with my dad and mom. For that to immediately stop, I knew something was weird. I knew there was some type of, I never knew the issue could have been that big, but I knew there was something going on, something. What else did I know? Oh, another thing I noticed also was that mom started cooking a lot less. There wasn't breakfast every morning or lunch in the afternoon or dinner in the evening like a family. She would feed us, but it wasn't like a unit anymore. If I could diagnose the problem as an adult now, I would say that that's when the third parent came into play. That's the heroin, the drugs. That was the little devil on the shoulder telling them that, oh, the kids can wait, or there's no really need to have dinner together tonight. And when that voice gets constant and becomes stronger, I guess, and they just start becoming a slave. Just the things that you remember, like the things that you wouldn't think. I remember my mom coming in my room for the sole purpose of teaching me words and how to read and stuff. They were really active about education. They were really adamant about us doing well in school, learning our letters really early. I can remember knowing how to read at 4, fully, words. I had this little game called Sweet Pickles. I'll never forget. If anybody remembers that, let me know. It was like a green school bus, and you could put stickers on the side, and it had words, sight words in it. It was really cool for kids. And I had an Alfie with the cards that you put in, and if you get the little word games right, his cheeks will light up. So they were really big on education, and I noticed that when things started to go wrong, I guess that stopped. They stopped being really active about education. It wasn't so important to learn stuff. It was like they were constantly distracted. Not that they didn't care anymore, but something was always on their mind that wasn't the matter at hand. It was like you're dealing with a everyday issue, and when you're addressing it, you're kind of you could tell somebody's preoccupied with something else. It's like that. It became a constant, it's like the elephant in the room syndrome. Everybody kind of senses that it's there, but nobody could really put their finger on what it actually is.